Welcome to AI in 8 minutes or less, your daily AI update. Today, we're diving deep into a fascinating new model from Moonshot AI called Kimi K2.6. It's making some incredibly bold promises, especially for developers and entrepreneurs, and you know we had to put them to the test. Now, this is the claim that really got our attention. The idea that you can just, kickstart an entire business? From finding leads to writing custom proposals in less than an hour? I mean, that's a potential game changer. It's a super powerful hook, and it suggests a huge leap in what AI agents can do.
But of course, with any big promise comes a healthy dose of skepticism, right? So the whole point of this explainer is to put Kimi through its paces. We're going to get past all the marketing hype and see how this model actually performs on some real-world complex tasks.
So here's how we've broken it down. First, we'll look at that business in 40 minutes promise. Then we'll meet Kimi K2.6 and see what's new. After that, we've got two big tests, an agent swarm challenge and a coding challenge. And finally, we'll give you our final verdict. All right, so let's start with that core idea. Kimi isn't just being sold as another tool you add to your workflow. The features, especially this thing they call the agent swarm, are positioned as complete end-to-end solutions. And that web agency in 40 minutes example from their own site, it's the perfect showcase of this. Pretty ambitious vision.
Okay, so what's powering these big claims? Let's pop the hood and see what's new in version K2.6. Moonshot AI has rolled out some really significant upgrades, all aimed at helping it handle long, complicated tasks.
Now, this is where it gets really interesting. The specifics. We're talking a much larger agent swarm, a new preserve thinking mode to help it remember what it's doing over long tasks, and a more sophisticated coding-driven approach to design. That's thanks to a new open-source vision encoder called Moonvet, which basically helps the AI understand what it's looking at. And that leap in scale it's huge. Tripling the number of specialized agents from 100 to 300, that means Kimi can now run way more tasks in parallel, coordinating up to 4,000 steps at once. This is a massive upgrade to its processing power. All right, it's time for our first test. We're taking that web agency promise and we're applying it to a very specific, real-world scenario. The goal here is to use that agent swarm to find local businesses with, terrible websites and then generate everything we need to pitch them a redesign. So the workflow we gave Kimi was a 4-step process. First, find 20 notaries in Toronto with bad sites. Second, analyze them. Third, generate unique landing pages for each one. And fourth, write a pitch email. This is a really complex, multi-layered task that's going to truly test how well that agent swarm can coordinate. And the results after 40 minutes were, they were mixed. On the one hand, Kimi produced a phenomenal analysis, a great outreach email, and it even threw in a market potential report. Awesome. But on the other hand, the creative output was a huge letdown. Every single one of the 20 landing pages it made was identical. So we gave it a follow-up prompt. Okay, try again, make each page unique and add some images. And this is where it got a little funny. The AI praised its own work before it even did it, claiming the images were going to be stunning. You gotta love the confidence.
The follow-up did make things better. The new pages had some nice CSS animations and unique AI-generated headers. But, and this is a big but, they all still used the exact same boilerplate structure. So yeah, an improvement on the surface, but not in the fundamental design creativity.
Okay, for our second test, we wanted to really push Kimi's claimed improvements in long-form coding. So we asked it to build a full-stack web application completely from scratch. And this was not a simple request. We asked for a full-stack app that could scrape live price data for computer RAM from Amazon, Newegg, and Best Buy, display it all in a nice table, and even include a feature for users to select and compare specific products, the whole shebang. So after about 12 minutes, Kimi delivered the app. And it mostly worked, but there was one key bug. You could see the comparison page, but there was no way to actually add anything to it. But here's the crucial part. A simple follow-up prompt, just, hey, fix this issue, was all it took. Kimi correctly added the button and made the feature work perfectly. An interesting little detail here is the tech stack Kimi chose.
Instead of a modern framework like React, it built the whole thing with bare bones, Node.js, Express, and vanilla JavaScript that directly messes with the page's HTML. It's kind of old school, but it's probably a simpler, more direct path to a working prototype, avoiding the overhead of a big framework. A little unconventional, but hey, it worked.
So, after putting Kimi K2.6 through its paces with both a broad agentastic task and a deep coding challenge, what's the final verdict? Is this really a revolutionary leap forward?
Okay, let's break it down. On the pro side, it's a really solid and cheaper alternative to its competitors. The quality of life improvements are definitely there, its analytical skills are impressive, and the open source parts are a big plus. But on the con side, it's not a massive leap from the last version. The Agent Swarm's creative output is still super repetitive, and you absolutely need a human in the loop to fix bugs and refine things. Ultimately, while Kimi K2.6 might not be a one-click business creator just yet, its power and accessibility are undeniable. And that leaves us with a really important question. As these AI tools get this powerful and this affordable, how are they going to reshape the entire landscape for developers and small agencies? If you enjoyed this, subscribe to AI in 8 minutes and never miss what matters.